Hello, please. So today is actually Sunday, and I'm going back to my 312s tomorrow. So tomorrow's Monday. I'm gonna go back to work. Anyway, last Thursday, I had experienced my first code blue as a primary nurse. So in this vlog, I'm gonna talk about both the brighter and the darker side of my profession. So I have already participated in a code blue way back. I believe I also did a vlog about that, and I'm gonna probably put the link in here so you could watch it. Anyway, that was way different because I did participated in a code blue. However, I was the CNA, and I think it was also my first few months as a nurse or as a new nurse, and that was during my orientation. But this one kind of hits different because I am the primary nurse and this is my patient who had coded. So anyway, I hope you have a good coping mechanism or a good technique in dealing with death and dying, because this is a very sad moment and it's a roller coaster of emotions to deal with. So I'm probably gonna go through with you guys regarding what happened, although I won't be sharing a lot or in detail because we don't want to violate the HEPA regulation, but I'm gonna try my best. So I'm just gonna talk to you guys about how I feel and how I handle the situation. Hi, lovelies. Been really tired lately. It's been a pretty rough shift. I just actually got home. It's 8:23, still in my car, sitting in silence. Well, I'm playing some death metal music. But anyway, it's been a really rough shift. It's been a really rough shift. It's my Monday, technically. I don't really know my patients. They're all new to me. I have 4. I discharged 2. Then I had another 2 admissions. I had a patient that very lethargic and had to do a lot of lab draw for checking his ammonia and potassium. Most of my patients are have PTOT consult, and it's pretty a happy call light today. So if you know what I mean, but it's been a happy call light. Most of my patients have a lot of procedures done, stress tests and stuff like that. Yeah, and they all came in yesterday. So basically, it's been their it's only have been their second day at the hospital, and there's gonna be a lot of things going on when the patient is new. And I did discharge 2 patients. I think she just had a chest tightness. It's not MI. She does have mini strokes from the past, but her stress test was okay, so we're basically just referring her to a cardiologist. So that's why she was in observation and she was sent home after the stress test. But she does have a lot of questions, so it's pretty rough answering a lot of questions to family and patients. And I also had some patient that had a total hip surgery. So yeah, had to do admissions. 3 new admissions. Is it 2 admissions that I have to put in today? It's the hardest part of being a nurse is charting, to be honest. If only there's a connection in our brain to the computer that you don't have to type everything. Or the charting here is way easy because you just click, but still it's a lot. And I tried my best to do some time management, and usually my routine is I like to go to my patients early as soon as I'm done with my bedside report with the last shift nurse. I usually go to my patient's room and do a little bit of assessment and chart as I go, and then come back with their meds. But it's just there are times that I can do that with that good time management and that type of routine. And I go to the patient's room, talk to them, do assessments. And I do have a lot of skin issues today. which is also making my day really hard because you have to assess their skin. I didn't even do a dressing. Most of their dressings are new from yesterday, but sometimes I like to take a peek on their skin even though their dressing is new. Of course, I want to do my own assessment, but don't worry if you're not going to be able to do that. It's okay. Just don't chart anything. Like, unable to assess, and make sure to pass it to your next nurse. You know, that tell them honestly that you were not able to do the assessment. So, God, I look so tired, guys. So don't mind my face, okay? But anyway, so where's the best angle that I would look better? I'm so tired. So yeah, so the charting is pretty hard because you have to do a lot of charting, and sometimes I can't really get it done because every time I sit at the desk, call light's gonna go off, and then they wanted a nurse, family is gonna call, like stuff like that. And then now that our lab is pretty short staffed, so we draw blood, and I'm not pretty good at it in sticking veins yet, but I can draw the blood from their IV, and most of my patients are heart stick, so it's been definitely a Monday to me. I like a day. But I managed to survive, thank God. Oh, I didn't even eat lunch. I had lunch, but I only ate it at a desk, which is actually not advisable. But I didn't have a choice. Like, I ate lunch, I just go to the desk, have a few bites, and then call light's gonna go off again, or doctor needs something from me, or new orders are coming in and I have to do it. Tomorrow I gotta make sure that I'm gonna go eat lunch. But anyway, though, everything's worth it because I have a Daisy Award. Yay! I didn't even have a chance to put it in my what do you call this, on my badge, but I think they actually sent this Daisy Award while I was on leave, so I don't know when was this given, but I received it on my mailbox. So it's one of her patients, and she said that I did really great as a nurse, and I did wash her hair really good. I really like to take time with my patients as long as I have extra time, and I like to talk to them. So yeah, I did love this, and I can finally put a Daisy on my badge after being a nurse for almost a year now. So it's June right now. It will be my anniversary on July the 14th. I think that's the time when I passed the NCLEX. So it's been a pretty rough time, but yeah, I'm back. Hopefully I'll be able to talk to you guys tomorrow about my shift. So, and hopefully tomorrow will get better. Alright guys, time for me to check out. Time for me to get out from this car, take a good bath, eat, rest, do a little bit of reading with my patient's condition, because I still believe I'm gonna still have them tomorrow, the same patients, and I'm hoping I'm gonna keep them tomorrow. Like, I don't want to keep the patients, but I'm hoping nobody will get discharged tomorrow so I can keep them, so I don't have to have new patients. And thank God I have a good team. But yeah, alright guys, thank you. I definitely hit my 10k steps today, I believe, from walking all day. So alright guys, I look so stressed, but it's okay. It's life.
Yeah.
guys. Ooh, definitely a rainy day. It's gonna be rainy all week. And today's the second day of 12. Actually, it's my last day today this week, and I'm gonna be off tomorrow. So, I'm definitely excited to get this. Woo! I'm definitely excited to get this day done. And I feel like I am more prepared today than yesterday, and it's always like that with me. I'm not sure with you other nurses out there, if it's my first day shift, it's going to be a rough day, especially because you don't really know much about your patient. And I don't think my patients yesterday would get discharged. I'm hoping, Lord God, please, or maybe one, because I have an ortho patient, maybe just that. And then hopefully I'll be keeping the others. So if things turn out good today, so possibly one discharge and admission. You know what, I don't want to say anything. I might probably jinx it already, but let's stay positive and we can do this. So I'm gonna drive on the way to work now. I'm gonna let my husband know that I'm leaving. I have to drive slow because it's raining. So see you guys later. So I'll be eating my banana while we're driving because yesterday I wasn't able to eat my breakfast. So hopefully today I'll be able to. Bye guys. Hey lovely, so I made it here. It's 6:44 and I gotta go. So wish me luck. And before going to your shift, guys, make sure you give yourself time to pray before and after. So, you know, to have a great day and help our patients, keep them safe. And yeah. Alright guys, I am finally home, and you know what's the first last song syndrome? I don't know if it's a last song syndrome, but the song that just came in, like song that I'm thinking right now as soon as I parked at our driveway, like it sounds like I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. I don't know what song is that, but that's what's in my head right now. Anyway, so you know that best feeling working as a nurse is when you leave your shift and all your patients are alive and well and basically they're all safe. That's the best feeling ever, coming home. Very rewarding. And the worst feeling is being a new nurse and had your first code, and after the code, patient didn't make it. So yes, I had my first code today as the primary nurse, and it feels awful. It does feel awful. You know, if you've been in my channel and you're also a nurse, and maybe comment down below how you feel about your first code. I think my workmates told me everybody goes through with this feeling, and they had the same feeling. And even some of the nurses that my coworkers that have been in the industry for 15 or more than 15 years, sometimes they still feel like, you know, they didn't do everything for the patient. Like I was okay. I don't really want to go to any details right now regarding my patient because I have to think about it and go through with it again tonight and reflect about the situation, and maybe I could able to share better tomorrow since it's my day off. But just a little bit short brief recap is what I learned from my shift today was it's really good when you're charting your assessments while you are in a patient's room, because you'll never know when this patient going to code or to, what's the word, is it deteriorate, or like basically patient will just suddenly go down. I forgot the word. I know the word but I forgot, but I'm gonna look for that word. English is not my first language, but anyway, deteriorate, right? That's the word. So yeah, I realized that it's really good that you chart while you are doing your patient care. There are times though that you can't, but it's really best, especially when you're doing your assessments, while having a conversation with your patient, like while you're giving your meds, because that's the time you could do your assessment with your patient, and then chart it as much as you could. And if you were not able to chart that, also put, at least, unable to assess and the reason why. And I'm so thankful that I did that today, and I did great, because as I've told you this morning, I came in prepared for this shift, and I was even so excited and happy that I felt like my patients will be great, because I had the same patient from yesterday and I felt like I jinxed it. So guys, don't ever say anything regarding your shift the next day. Never say anything. Just keep it on your head and don't even think about it. So yeah, everything went well until I had my first code, and that was only around 10 o'clock in the morning. Imagine, it was only 10 o'clock in the morning. Probably 10 something, not 10 o'clock, 10:50 in the morning. So yeah, that's the only thing that I realized I could advise you, is chart while you are doing your patient care as much as you could, because you'll never know what's gonna happen, and at least you are able to put it there, exact time, the reason, and also make sure that you notify the doctor or the consulting physician, anybody who is taking care of that patient, that if you observe anything that you are concerned, make sure that you notify them, like you secure chat them at least, and also chart the time. What's the time that you notify that physician? Don't be scared asking something with a doctor. Like, all you want to do is like, I am concerned, letting them know that you're concerned, and at the same time it's still gonna be up to them if they want it or not. So during that shift, I was actually on the top of my time management, like around 9:35. I was already done with passing my meds. So as soon as I was done with my last med pass, I actually did another round just to take a peek with my patient, because sometimes if I don't see my patient in their room, it kind of makes me worried and wonder like where they are. So I really have to take a look at them. Probably they're going through another procedure, or maybe they had some imaging done and then radiologist came to pick them up and I didn't know, or it wasn't endorsed with me. So I just like to do that once in a while, at least every hour if I could, just to take a peek with my patient. And I noticed that one of my patients was in the bathroom, and I asked the PCT to take a look on my patient, if my patient is doing okay, because I was in the middle of requesting orders for the doctor regarding that patient. The tech was yelling, asking for help, and when I came to see there in the bathroom, he was cool, pale, and very unresponsive. So that's the time we activate code blue, and yeah, code team came. It just happened so really quick, because I was actually just with that patient passing some meds, and we even have a conversation about or regarding his plan, or some procedures that need to be done the next day, or some test that needs to be done. So I even told him that I'm going to come back after care team because I would know more regarding his treatment. And he was alert and oriented at that time. Basically, we had plans after I gave him his meds, and it just happened so quickly, and I was quite in shock, like, how did that happen that he coded just like that? To make this story short, we basically rushed him to the ICU. I was in total shock. Like, I don't know how I feel that day. I also have doubts, and I was asking myself, where did I go wrong? Good thing I have a great team that was able to, you know, guide me on what to do. I was trying to be strong, and I couldn't stop myself, and I just suddenly cried because it was quite a mixed emotion, and I don't know how I feel. If you're in the middle of a cold blue and you're a new nurse, you shouldn't be worried because there's a team that are really skilled and are trained to revive the patient. So as the primary nurse, you're just gonna be there to basically explain to the physician on what happened, like any updates prior the patient coded. That's the reason why you have to stay on that room and just delegate your other patients to the other nurses. So I was just there observing and being there just in case if the physician needs anything, because my patient has been taken care with the rapid response team. The only thing that was basically accessible to me at that time during that emergency situation was the glucometer to check the blood sugar of my patient and the vital signs, because I know that it would be needed during the code blue. While the patient is in the ICU, we are still trying to revive him and doing some compressions. And while we were doing that, I was able to give my reports to the ER doctor that is going to take over with my patient. It was quite a shocking moment, and I don't know. It was something that you are prepared for. However, once you are in that situation, your brain kind of gets foggy. Like, that's why when I got home, I was like, I should have done better during the code. But at the same time, the rapid response team were also there. They were basically trained to be in that situation. So if you are a bedside nurse and you are very worried regarding the code blue, just don't worry about it, because the most important thing is you being there. Whatever you could do or you could offer during that situation, for example, grabbing a glucometer, getting the vitals of the patient, taking turns during the compressions, the rapid response team are going to basically just yell on what they need. So you can be a runner as well, and you could document everything. And once in a while I cried last weekend because I was thinking of my patient. But well, eventually I'll get over it, just because it was my first code blue situation, and I was a primary nurse, and I did build a good relationship with that patient. So I think you won't be prepared with this situation. Even though you're prepared, there are just moments that you just cannot do anything. And I'm just thankful that my team were amazing in handling the situation while I was bawling out with tears in my manager's office, because I was very emotional that time. Yeah. So that's about it regarding my code blue. I should have done better with reacting during that situation, but I just couldn't help it. So hopefully tomorrow would be a better shift for me. I'm going to have my 312s this week, and I'm hoping to share it with you guys again for the next vlog. Anyway, guys, I'm home, so I'm gonna have a good dinner, and I wasn't able to eat everything. I ate lunch late, probably around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I didn't eat breakfast. I just had my coffee and a banana while driving. No dinner, but probably I ate some of my snack. It's just like an oatmeal and with strawberry, and that's it. I didn't even finish it, and just probably I fill this water twice, and that's about it. I don't feel like I was hydrated. Like, so I got another egg from our doctor. It's always free, so I still gotta return a couple of his cartoons. Thank you again, guys, for watching. Bye.